Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Deanna and welcome to the Realigned Collective. Today I have a 20-minute booty band, Pilates lower body and core workout for you. So I am using a medium to medium heavy resistance for this one today. I have the rubber bands, the fabric bands. You might be able to use some of them. The exercises will be a little challenging with those fabric ones. So if you've got the rubber ones, grab those and grab a heavier one. So if you like this workout, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel because I release 2 new workouts every single week, and let's get started. We are going to start with the band just above our knees and start with some core work here. So we're gonna lay all the way back and get those abs nice and warm. So you're gonna bring those legs up to tabletop here. Widen the knees just a little bit so you have tension on that band here. Engage your core, ribs knit together here, and then hands are gonna come behind your head. So knees are right above those hips, shins parallel to the floor, and let's get started in 3, 2, 1. So you're gonna curl it up, find a nice ab curl, inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, you lift, inhale, lower it back down. So elbows staying wide, keeping that tension on the band here. So you can go a little bit more into that band, maybe 1 more inch just to feel those outer thighs, even a little bit more here. You just wanna make sure that the band is staying tight the entire time here. As you curl up, you're flattening those abs down into the mat. Inhale as you lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it back down. Maybe those abs are starting to shake. I hope so. Keeping that lower body nice and stable. We have 5, 4, 3 more here, and we're gonna go into some oblique twists. Last one. Now start twisting towards me, lower down through the center, and then away from me. Inhale through the center, exhale, twist. Now center and then away from me. Inhale through the center, exhale, twist. Now really making sure that the hips are staying steady here. This is where it starts to get a little squirrely, so you wanna make sure you really have control of those legs. Inhaling down, exhaling to twist. Good, lowering through the center, exhaling to twist. Good, lowering through the center, thinking about bringing the rib to the opposite hip, not necessarily elbow to knee here. So you're really wringing out those abs. We're gonna start adding a little bit of legs and glute work here. 1 more on each side. Good, belly flattening each time you curl up. Now, lift up 1 more time towards me, hold it right here. Now that knee closest to me is staying steady. You're twisted towards me. The opposite leg is gonna reach down, lift it right back up. Down, right back up. Just for 8. Making sure this knee is staying nice and steady. I like to exhale as I press, finding the glute and hamstring on that side. You just have 4, 3, 2 more, and we get to do it on the other side. Last one right here. Hold those knees steady, lower down for 1 second in the center, twist away from me. Now the knee farthest from me staying steady, knee closest to me reaches down, pull right back up. Down, right back up. We just have 10 on each side here. You've got this. So really twisting towards that knee, again, rib to the opposite hip, stabilizing the knee, feeling those lower abs and obliques on that stabilizing side. Good. Really getting deep into those low abs, feeling those hamstrings. You've just got 2 more. Last one. And down. Lift it straight back up through the center. Hold it right here. So upper body staying steady. You're gonna reach both legs out, open up on that band, bring it all the way in. Reach, open, together, in, keeping tension on that band the whole time. When those legs shoot out to 45, flattening the belly even deeper, finding those lower ab muscles. Elbows nice and wide here if you need to lower the head, always an option. if that neck is getting tired. 3, belly flattening each time. 2, last one. And in. Whoo! All right, core muscles warmed up. Ready to get into a little bit more legs here. You're gonna turn to your side. We're gonna do a little side lying leg work right here. So from here, we're gonna start with our clamshells. Before we begin, lift up that bottom side waist. So you should be able to stick 1 or 2 fingers, maybe a little stick of gum under there, but you want a nice straight spine. You're gonna lift both of your toes up. The bottom knee stays down. Now, keeping the toes glued together, you're gonna lift the top leg and then down like a little clamshell. You lift and then down. Lift. Bottom leg is staying so steady here. So you're stabilizing through that bottom side. You're keeping a nice straight spine here. I don't want any smiley faces through your spine. Think of those Tempur-Pedic commercials. Lift and lift. You're externally rotating from that top booty cheek here to lift that knee up. You're controlling that descent. 3, 2, we have pulses. 1 more. Now lift it right back up. Little pulses, just an inch for 10. 9, nice and controlled. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Whoo! All right, bottom knee's gonna stay right where it is. Extend the top leg out straight so you have tension holding onto that band with that bottom knee. Top leg is straight. You're gonna lift and then down. Lift and down. So straight out to the side. Try not to turn that toe up to the ceiling. It's reaching straight in front of you. The toes are pointing straight in front of you, I should say. And you're lifting. Lift. Good. In 5, 4, 3 more, 2. Last one. We're going to pulse it out at the top. You lift it up, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there. Now, from here, you're going to point twice to the front, flex, bring it back. 2 times to the front, 2 times flex to the back. Pulse, 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 pulse. Now, it's really challenging to keep your hips steady and your bottom knee steady, so focus on that as well. I like to exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale to the back. Exhale, exhale to the front, inhale, inhale to the back. 2, pulse, pulse, last one. Pulse, pulse, and down. Ooh, give a little spank. I promise it hurts. It sounds silly, but I promise it helps. Whew. All right, come on back to your back here. We're gonna get into a little bit of bridging. So working those hamstrings, those glutes. So feet are hip distance apart, down on your mat now. You had tension on that band. Arms are just long by your side, palms facing into the mat. Finding a flat back here. So engage your core muscles as tight as they would be in a plank. You've got the tiniest little space in your low back here. Your tailbone is down into the mat, and you're gonna lift straight up into your bridge, lower it right back down. Exhale, lift, inhale, back down, and down. Lift and down. Trying to relax the shoulders, the neck, really pressing the weight into your heels. Maybe even your toes are lifting here so that you're really feeling those back body muscles, those hamstrings, those glutes, all the muscles in the core in the back. Ribs are knit together, abs tight like a plank here. Nice. You're going to lift it up and hold it up there in 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to lift and hold it right here. Hold it. Core super strong, even tighter. Now from here, opening those knees out and back in. Out and back in for 8, 7, keeping the hips steady. 6. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, knees are hip distance apart. Roll your spine down one bone at a time, getting a nice little stretch in that low back. All the way down, find that neutral pelvis, that neutral spine. From here, press all of your weight into your right foot. Left leg's gonna float up to your tabletop position. So 90-degree bend in those knees. From here, single leg bridge just through that right leg. 3, 2, 1. You lift and then down. Lift and then down. Trying to keep your hips squared without letting one hip drop down towards the mat. Usually it's that opposite hip than the working one. Really feel that booty cheek working, kind of that little smile line of where your glutes and your hamstrings meet. Exhale to lift. Just for 5, 4, we're gonna pulse it up in 3, 2, last one, hold it right here. Down an inch, up an inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Feeling it. All the way to that other side. Readjust that band a little if you need to, if it slid around a little. From here, nice neutral spine, hips are squared. Lift that right leg up to tabletop. Press all that weight into that left foot. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. You lift and down. Lift and down. You've got this. Press. One side is always harder than the other. This is my harder side for sure. Again, focusing on that squaring of the hips. Don't let that opposite side hip drop down. That is actually a lot of core and oblique work. Again, you've got 5, 4. We hold it up in 3. Pulse it out in 2. Last one, hold it right here. Down an inch, up an inch. 10, 9, 8. Use your core muscles to help stabilize. Protect that low back. 3, 2, 1, and down. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Give those knees just a little squeeze for a second and let your low back and your glutes release a little bit. All right, from here, we have that leg work on the other side. So that side leg work, you can just roll around, maybe even face away from the TV if you need to. Whatever feels good for you. You know what's coming up this time, so get yourself set up. First, our knees are bent, stacked on top of each other here. From here, you're lifting both feet off of the mat. The feet stay glued together. Lift your bottom waistline here. And from here, you're gonna lift that top knee and then down. Lift and down. Second side is always the worst because you're already tired and we did all that bridge work here. So remember, if this is uncomfortable for your neck, you can always grab a pillow. That's an option. You could always prop yourself up. I think that's a little harder to maintain nice neutral spine, but it is an option. Keep that core nice and strong. Here's 2. Hold it up here. Now we have those little tiny pulses. Down an inch, up an inch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Those pulses get ya. Top leg goes out nice and straight. Here we go. We lift that top leg and then down. Now making sure the toes are pointed straight forward here. If you need to flex your foot to help with that, that's totally fine too. Whatever feels good. I want you to think of length out through that leg. You've got it. Again, we've got those pulses coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it here, little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it right here. Now we go forward, pulse, pulse, flex the foot back, pulse, pulse, forward, pulse, pulse, back, pulse, pulse. Woo! You feeling it? I know you are. Pulse, pulse. And if you miss the point and flex, no big deal. You've got this. Come on, 5, 4, 3 more. Breathe through it. I promise it helps. 2, last one, and down. Oh my gosh, give it a little slap, little booty spank. Whew. All right, from here, we're gonna come onto all fours. We're almost done. You're gonna put the band right over like the kneecap. So it's actually gonna help keep it steady there. You might have to readjust once we get on hands and knees, but you're gonna come on hands and knees. Band, again, is underneath the kneecap, holding it nice and steady here. So we're gonna do all fours, reaching that leg back behind us, getting a little last booty burning in. So before we begin, core super strong here. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath those hips, pressing the floor away. Remember, thinking of our alignment, thinking of our upper body and our core, all at the same time here. So from here, right knee's gonna stay down. Left leg is going to extend back. Just gonna readjust a little bit so it's more like on my hamstring instead of the back of my knee. So from here, the leg is out nice and straight. Bottom knee is holding that band steady. From here, I'm gonna point my toe. You're gonna lift and then down. Lift and down. Squeezing that booty cheek to lift. Pressing into that band. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Lengthening through those toes. Staying strong through that upper body, through that core. Having a little extra weight in that one hand that does not have the knee. So a little extra weight in that one side so you're not shifting over. 3. Hold it up there. 2. Last one, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down, extend it out. 10, 9, we're almost there. 8, 7, stabilize those hips. 5, 4, last little bit. 3, 2, 1, and down. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right, knee is gonna come on top of that. Extend that leg out long. And I'm just gonna make sure that it's not just behind my knee, it's on that hamstring a little bit more. Extend that leg out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Again, maintaining our position here, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Shoulders out of those ears. You've got this. Got a little stretch coming up right after this. Come on, stay strong. Again, a little extra weight in that single side arm. Core strong, feeling those obliques. Tight like a plank here. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Reach it right back out just for 10, 9. Check in with yourself. Shoulders down. Here's 7. Neck long. 5 more. 4. Core strong, hips steady. 3, 2. Last one. Whoo! Oh my gosh. Everything feels like it's gonna fall off. Take that band off of those legs. We're gonna lay it on back, get a nice little stretch. Keep holding on to this as we get into our stretch. From here, band goes around that right foot. Take a nice little hamstring stretch here, reaching that leg up to the sky. Ooh, that feels nice after all that. Breathe, let those shoulders relax. Let that breath out. From here, cross that leg slightly over, feeling a nice stretch through the whole side of the body. Breathing. Big inhales and exhales. Bring it back. We will switch sides. Woo. Leg comes up, stretching out that hamstring, flexing through that foot up top. I am so proud of you for getting your workout in today. Pressing play is always the hardest part, so as always, congrats. Bring that leg across. Feel that stretch on the whole outside of the leg. One more breath. And then bring that leg back up through the center. Woo. Take that foot out, roll yourself all the way up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you in the next workout.